Welcome to Instant Trivia, episode 1843. Ready? Let's go. Which legendary songwriting duo wrote the musicals that inspired reviews like A Grand Night for Singing and Enchanted Evening? Rodgers and Hammerstein. In the TV drama Borgen, which country does Birgit Nyborg become the first female prime minister of? Denmark. Which influential pamphlet, published in 1776, argued for American independence and criticized monarchical government? Common Sense. What peak, named for explorer Zebulon Pike, is commonly associated with him? Pikes Peak. Which country was defeated in the Crimean War, 1853 to 1856? Russia. What is the purpose of an antitussive medication? To suppress or relieve coughing. Which silent film actor is best known for the iconic scene in the 1923 film Safety Last, where he hangs from a clock face? Harold Lloyd. Which breakfast cereal, introduced by Post in 1897, is made from wheat and barley, but has a name that suggests fruit despite containing none? Grape Nuts. On which TV series is Santa's Little Helper the family dog? The Simpsons. In which country is the San Fermin Festival, famous for its running of the bulls and held each July, located? Spain. Which beverage, famous for its high caffeine content, used the slogan, "All the sugar and twice the caffeine"? Jolt Cola. What popular cookie did Ruth Wakefield invent in the 1930s that is famous for its chocolate chips and buttery dough? Answer: chocolate chip cookie, originally known as the Toll House cookie. Which 17-year-old player became the youngest to appear in a FIFA World Cup when he played in 1958? Pelé. Shemp Howard died on November 22, 1955. With which comedy act is he most famously associated? The Three Stooges. What was the name of Ford's ill-fated car model introduced in the late 1950s that became synonymous with automotive failure? Edsel. Which famous set of violin concertos did Antonio Vivaldi compose that is named after the seasons? The Four Seasons. What nickname is Cesar Millan better known by? The Dog Whisperer. What was the only hit song by the band? It's a Beautiful Day. White Bird. Which former child star, famous for her 1930s performances, later served as a U.S. ambassador? Shirley Temple. A dosimeter measures a person's absorption of what over time? Ionizing radiation. Which 1984 film features a team of paranormal investigators who combat supernatural entities in New York City? Ghostbusters. Who was King Henry VIII's second wife? Anne Boleyn. Which author wrote the stories that inspired the ballet Coppelia? E.T.A. Hoffmann. Which language has the most native speakers worldwide? Mandarin Chinese. What type of rock is granite classified as based on its formation process? Igneous. What does the Latin phrase ad astra translate to in English? To the stars. Which Belgian cyclist earned the nickname the Cannibal? Eddy Merckx. Which river flows through London and has been a pivotal waterway in British history? River Thames. Born Farrokh Bulsara on September 5, 1946, and died on November 24, 1991. By what name is he better known? Freddie Mercury. In which city was child beauty queen JonBenét Ramsey found dead? Boulder, Colorado. Which Argentine leader, famously associated with Eva Perón, was known for his populist policies in the mid-20th century? Juan Perón. Baltimore is the largest city in which U.S. state? Maryland. What is the basic unit of currency in Jamaica? Jamaican dollar. In Shakespeare's play Troilus and Cressida, which woman is the object of both Troilus' and Diomedes' affections? Cressida? In Samuel Beckett's play Waiting for Godot, which two characters appear together briefly, once in each act? Pozzo and Lucky. What adjective, derived from Cervantes' character Don Quixote, describes someone who is idealistic but impractical? Quixotic. In what year did Leonardo da Vinci begin painting the Mona Lisa? Answer within a 10-year margin. 1503. What iconic television show, which premiered in 1975, is known for its live sketch comedy and musical performances, featuring a rotating cast of famous guest stars? Saturday Night Live. What kind of animal is a mugger? Crocodile. Which supermodel appeared wearing very little in adverts for the Citroën Xara? Claudia Schiffer. In which TV series did the characters Crockett and Tubbs appear? Miami Vice. What traveling entertainment takes its name from the ancient Roman rounded arenas? The circus. Which 18th century German baron, famous for outrageous tall tales, is credited with the story about shooting a cherry pit through a stag's eye and later seeing the same stag with a cherry tree caught in its antlers? Baron Munchausen. Which actor, famous for his 1955 role in Rebel Without a Cause, became an icon of teenage angst and rebellion before dying young? James Dean. Which influential Spanish painter had a tumultuous relationship with Françoise Gillot, an artist who was his partner and muse in the 1940s and 1950s? Pablo Picasso. Which planet has 27 known moons and includes moons named Oberon and Titania, characters from Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream? Uranus? Which U.S. president, married to Rachel Donaldson, was known for his controversial policies and forceful leadership during the early 19th century? Andrew Jackson. During which month does the summer solstice occur in the Northern Hemisphere? June. Which electronic music project is known for the hit song that begins with the lyrics, "Pump up the jam, pump it up"? Technotronic. In which city can you find the renowned concert hall known as the Concertgebouw, famous for its exceptional acoustics? Amsterdam. That's the end of the show. Thanks for playing. See you tomorrow.